Hey guys, this is another Who to Summon video, and this time around, let me tell you, for me, this has been a nightmare in general with these guys. Not so much with Vincent, because I already have him +5. However, I decided to summon for Lumiere because so much potential. And I got her to +2, wanting to get her to +3, and then, if you saw my past videos, you know that I got a 10 pull, that I got her twice in that 10 pull. So I got her to +4. And to get her to +5, it has been a freaking nightmare. And I finally got her +5. And then this hero, Rosamia, which is one of the top 10 most impactful heroes of 2024. My list, by the way. And, yeah, I want this hero so bad. It's not even funny. I mean, she is so good. So, yeah, it has been a roller coaster for summons here. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a prediction in the end of this video about what's going to happen. But let's save our tinfoil hats for now. And let's just talk about these heroes. And Lumiere, there's a lot of potential for Lumiere.
They're just
a lot, specifically for making heroes that usually destroy enemies into pretty much immortals, untouchable immortals at the point. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what she does. But not only that, she has the power to slow, in terms of mana, the enemy every single freaking turn. I mean, and not only that, her debuff isn't, once she's in +1, which is this one, once she has this +1, this becomes in pretty much undispellable. It's undispellable. When it says it's not a debuff, it's because it's undispellable. So when it's that point and you lose 30 mana, and on top of that you use Yuki, which is broken because Yuki also stops you from getting mana at the spot. It's pretty much sucking mana from both heroes at the same time. And you use Terran, and yeah, and on her own as well, as I've shown in other videos there. She is pretty, yeah, she is a very controlling, very powerful hero to have in your arsenal, especially if your main color is blue. Or you just want to have one of your heroes be freaking indestructible, doing bunch of crazy things, power, damage, all that good stuff. She does a very good job on that. If you stack her with other heroes that give crit chance and crit damage as well to the hero that you want to become like a god, like Director and Apollo, Gwendolyn at +5. All these heroes are +5, by the way. They all give 30% crit chance and crit damage there. You do that combination, and you got yourself a really powerful combo to destroy your heroes, the enemies, and defense. And on the attack, I've been trying to use Lumiere more as a second blue team, because I'm adding there, obviously, Juki, Alia. Jokul is going to be the one that's going to get the bonded from her ability. And I don't remember the other hero, but pretty much though that's the main idea for the second team, and it works really freaking well with Jokul. Especially my Jokul has all nine gold badges on him, so he does a lot of damage when using crit chance. So yeah. Lumiere has a lot of uses. He's very powerful, but as I said on my past video, you are able to play the game without her. So that's why I said she's not a must-have. But if you have her, do not underestimate her. You do have her uses. She is not going to be good in so much in PvE. Maybe in slowing down the boss. But yes, in raising the damage from the main damage dealer. If you only have one hero that does a bunch of damage, she's an excellent addition on PvP and PvE. But if you plan to only use her alone without anything, PvE, she's not a good idea. In PvP, you could use her without somebody that's super powerful, because you're going to use her to actually make the mana go down on the enemy over and over. And she becomes a natural counter to Zania, of all things, which I'm actually pretty impressed by that. So yeah, Lumiere has a lot of uses. Not a must-have, because you're able to play the game without her, but she's very powerful. So if you got her, don't worry. And as I said before, if you're gonna get Lumiere, you gotta get her +1. There's no way around it. And her sweet spot is her +3 for sure. Giving immunity to control, that is my god. That is like laughing at the face of your enemies, man. That is insane, man. For sure. Lots of power with this hero for sure.
They're just
Now, Rosamia. This hero, ever since she was released, when she was released, I underestimated her. Straight up the bat. Because nobody had her completely upgraded. Once people got her upgraded, I had to come to a realization that she's a must-have. Because the impactfulness of her is so impactful. Sorry, reading the word. It's so impactful that I had no choice but to admit that she is a must-have hero. But the thing about her is that she requires you to have high resonance, but she's able to, as long as you have the +1, her +1, and you have all 9 gold badges and her own weapon, that is enough to make her overwhelming. As long as you have Apollo on your team. Because remember that every single time one of your heroes activates, Apollo does skill damage to himself. Oh, well, to themselves. That ability is for the entire team, to themselves. And that's going to activate Rosamia's counterattack. And that's going to activate her other abilities to make her defense penetration. Let's see. Defense penetration, skill damage taken. Your team is going to survive more from skill damage. And if you get her to +5, that's going to raise also crit damage resistance penetration by 50%. So even high-level players will not be able to withstand so much damage from her, because high-level players tend to have a lot of crit damage resistance. But this changes everything, man. This changes everything. And she becomes immune to debuffs. I mean, can you believe this? She's unstoppable. Everybody's stunned, and she's still killing everybody there over and over. But thanks to the power of Apollo and a damage share hero to actually share that, so she can actually go off every single freaking turn and destroy everybody in the entire freaking team. Yeah, I can't ignore her. And ever since I've seen that after her first release, I've wanted her, I've summoned her, I failed to summon her, and now I'm broke. Because I already used everything to summon this guy over here. So I'm going to have to do some I'm going to have to make some very, very serious decisions very soon. Because I don't want to actually not have her not at +5. I need to have her +5. That's enough, guys. My main color is red, and I could really use her for a third red team. Yeah, that could be awesome. So anyway, for Rosamia, you can have her +1. But you have to have her weapon, and you have to pour everything you have in getting the 9 badges. Once you actually have that and Apollo, even if he's +0, +1, just make sure that Apollo is your team and he's well protected, and just see the fireworks, man. It's something incredible. If you saw the last speedrun event, the only team that I saw surpassing my red team is a red team with Apollo and Rosamia on it. So that is just how it is. And do remember that her damage is normal attack damage, so that this damage will not wake up enemies that are sleeping, and they will be able to get upgraded. Some players do this. She'll be able to get upgraded by this hero C1 move, which gives 300 friggin' % more normal attack damage. So yeah. Let's see how it's actually set. Normal attack damage added by 100%, but this stacks by 3, so it's 300 freaking %. So there's a few teams that you can actually use with that, and that's one of the heroes you can actually combine with this absolute monster of a hero. And that it is not a coincidence that she is one of my top 10 most impactful heroes of 2024. And did I mention that she cleanses? Pretty much, yeah, she lowers defense and cleanses your team. So another red cleanser. So yeah. Lots of things to love about Rosamia. It's hard. The only thing that's gonna limit you is you're gonna want to max her as much as possible. You're able to use her +1, but you're gonna want to have her +3, +5, because she's gonna be your main hero. If you're gonna go for Rosamia, you're gonna want to make her one of your main heroes for sure. That's the only thing that you're probably going to be jumping on, but still, she has a lot of things you're gonna like. And last, but certainly not least, is this absolute These three selections are so awesome, man. It's not even funny. Vincent is not a hero that does damage. Vincent is not a hero that is like, it's on the board and everybody dies, like, for example, Rosamia. But he is one of the very few heroes in the game that has completely changed the meta. Do you know who Gillian is? Maybe you don't know because you haven't seen her ever since this guy has been around in PvP. I mean, even top-level players, top-level guilds have lower the amount of Gillians that they're using on defense because of this guy, and also on arena. I mean, in general, he is there to counter Gillian, but surprisingly enough, his ability to, if you get stunned, you get shields. That has also made Agony being used less in PvP as well. That they've started to caught on. Then the more times people get stunned, the more shields they get, and it's harder to defeat because of that. So he's another piece he's one of the main pieces why the meta has switched so much lately to a world without Gillian and a world with less agonies on it. So yeah, even realms can't stop this guy. That's what I'm getting at. And if you combine this hero with Nightingale, let me show you Nightingale. In case you're just starting playing the game or you don't know names or whatever. If you get this hero, Nightingale, if you got Nightingale +3, and this guy at +1, that's what I love about this guy. You get him a +1 and you're good to go. You don't need to actually get nothing too crazy. Just a +1, because once you get actually stunned, you're going to get shields on your team and things like that. And increases defense and all that good stuff when it's changed colors. So yeah, very cool stuff, guys. But this really the sweet spot for Vincent. If you don't have Vincent, +1 and you're good to go. Just make sure to also have a Nightingale, because Nightingale is going to help him survive more. But a Nightingale without a Vincent, it's the same thing. Nightingale is going to die a lot easier if Vincent's not around, and Vincent is going to die more easily if Nightingale's not around. So that is a really powerful blue combo. Those two together are the basis of the combinations of the best blue teams in the entire freaking game, bar none. Nightingale +3, because +3 is going to give attack and defense, and Vincent a +1 to actually give all that powerful amount of shield to protect everybody in the team. So yeah, Vincent for sure at +1. +3, it's cool if you don't want him to die and all that good stuff, but let's be honest, the +1 is the real sweet spot here for Vincent, for sure. Very powerful thing, guys. Oh, by the way, his weapon, any weapon that gives shields, his weapon is cool for giving shields, but you don't necessarily have to summon his own weapon. 60% is pretty nice, but there's other weapons that could do the same thing, or you already have those weapons and you don't have to sacrifice resources to get a weapon that does very similar things to already this specifically. And this actually gives HP. I'd rather put actually defense. That helps a little bit more, in my humble opinion. And this weapon specifically, for some reason, has more attack than defense. So I highly recommend to get Raphael's weapon instead, because Raphael's weapon is going to raise the defense of him for a lot more, and also in refinement bonus, and also is going to give shields and all that good stuff. So if you're going to choose a weapon, probably Raphael's weapon is better for protecting him, because attack, he's not going to need attack for sure. So yeah, Vincent is definitely a very, 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 very must-have hero. Let's say it like that, because you can't play the game without him. If you play the game without him, your blue team is gonna suffer, because it's gonna die easier without any shields, and also it's gonna die to Gillian. Let's put it clearly, and also Agony, by the way. If you don't have Nightingale, you're definitely gonna die against Agony too. So those two together are very important. So the 4 stars. Let's talk about Salome. Salome is one of the very few healers in red in the game, and she's a 4-star. So sometimes I do decide to use her, even at my level. Yeah, I do use her from time to time in different teams. Lion, no bueno. Do not get him. He looks awesome. No bueno, guys. I've never seen anybody using him correctly. Kaylee is very, very, very fun to play with, and this is a game, and I do value enjoyment. I do value fun. So if you like playing her around, sure, use her, man, no problem. But for her abilities to actually reduce healing and shields, it's not so cool, not too crazy. But just listen to her.
Take on many forms.
Okay. Oh my God, I love this hero. Just for the enjoyment, but I don't recommend you to get her to high levels or anything like that. But she's not an incredibly powerful hero, but she is super fun, and I do value that. Jack, on the other hand, is not a good hero at all. He looks awesome, but no, don't get him. Even versus other green heroes, he's not very useful, guys, at all. And Hugh, obviously, he's supposed to be the Wolverine, like Hugh Jackman. Every single time this kills me. But it's not enough. He's a fast hero, and he'll be able to lower healing and shields, but it's not really useful. Maybe you could add him on your team, as he's a fast hero, to be a whip holder, which is Thaurissan's weapon, to get 60% energy. You could use him for that. Outside of that, I don't recommend you using this guy if you're free to play. But Survivor, on the other hand, is a very powerful, very, very, very powerful hero. Creating shields, super tank, super powerful. He can be combined. He can be combined with Lumiere, because he does do the whole frosted thing. So if you want another hero besides a 5-star like Terran or Juki, you can use Survivor to suck up the mana of everybody with your Lumiere. So that's really cool. Very cool, free to play, cheap to play option to actually use Lumiere. So sucking the mana there at her at +1. Very cool. Very powerful. I don't think nobody underestimates Survivor. Survivor has been a monster ever since the game has been released, guys. Now, out of all these 3 heroes, which one do I recommend you to get as your number 1 option? Well, this may surprise you after everything I've said, but I think the number 1 option, it has to be Vincent. Vincent and +1. This guy has revolutionized the meta. The game is no longer the same because of him. Blue teams rely on him with Nightingale to create the best defense teams, the best attack teams, because you're going to raise the attack and defense. It's no way. And to be able to be saved by the all-powerful Gillian, you have to have Vincent, and there's no way around it. And the thing that I love about this is you get this guy at +1 and you're ready to go. That's it. You're awesome. That's what I like. But after you pick up Vincent at +1, I definitely recommend you get Rosamia. But if you plan to get Rosamia's weapon, only if you plan to get all 9 gold badges from her. If you're one of these players that the only thing that you care about is getting the 4-star badges, don't get please save yourself the trouble. Don't get Rosamia. You're not a serious about this hero in this case, seriously, because I've met some players like that, and they only want 4-star badges, and they don't try to get 5-star badges. No. If you want to have the most powerful heroes in the entire freaking game, there's some heroes that you need to have the 9 badges, and Rosamia is one of them, and also her weapon. If you have her at +1, if you have those 2 things, 9 badges, gold badges, and her weapon, you're golden. You're golden. Just make sure to add another hero that actually adds shields to the entire team to protect her, Mexican, or even Haroth to protect her. Because if you don't have her +3, she is going to be very squishy. But if you're like me, you want the absolute best of the best. Rosamia +5, it's an absolute monster. It is disgusting. If you're able to get her to +5, I promise you will not regret it. Especially if you have a Poly team. She is a broken hero once you actually match her out, man. You get it. Now, even though I chose Lumiere as my last option, it's because Lumiere, she is more of a hero that's going to help another hero get better, or a hero that's going to need another hero to actually make the enemy team even slower in mana. So she's not going to be as impactful, but that doesn't mean she is not useless. She is going to be, well, let's see that she does have impact and the right combination of heroes, and we're only seeing just the surface of what she's actually able to do. Who knows what's the next super powerful hero, and maybe that hero will combine too well with Lumiere. Who knows? Maybe we already have it, Messinket. Oh my god, I love Messinket, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, but Lumiere is a very good option. If you plan to get her, the bare minimum is the +1, and the sweet spot is the +3. So that's part of the reason why I decided to do it in this order, because you're able to use
Take a guess.
this hero +1 and this hero +1. Lumiere, you really want to get that +3 to actually give that extra protection. So it's going to be harder to actually summon her. But she's a very powerful hero. Do not ignore her if your main color is blue. Now, for the 4 stars, my number 1 option by far clearly is going to be Survivor. Because he not only with Lumiere, he works with Karma. He works with other heroes that they actually do the actual hard frost and things like that. So yeah, he's a very powerful hero. Very versatile. I mean, even holds the whip. He's a very, very awesome hero ever since the game was released. My number 2 option here is definitely going to be Salome. Salome is, even though she only heals, that in itself is very useful in red in very many situations. So yeah, don't sleep on Salome. She's pretty awesome. Even if you think you're not going to need healing, you're probably going to need healing sooner or later. And honestly, I'm not going to choose a 3rd option, because the 3rd option would be none, because the rest of the heroes aren't really good as 4 stars. So I can't really recommend to have a 3rd option here. It's only going to be Survivor or Salome in this case. Now, let's put our tinfoil hats on, buddies, because Corvadamus has arrived. I'm going to give you a prediction, because we did get the information that the new hero is going to be red. And they released this hero, Vincent. And then they released Rosamia, this monstrosity of a hero. And on top of that, they put this event, Destiny Chart, all of that together. All these things correlate to the developers wanted you to spend as much gems as possible to possibly want you to, summon for the new hero, which is going to be red. I did get confirmation it's going to be red. So the new red hero may be very powerful. May be something that everybody will want. And yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. You know what I'm getting at with the intention about this. So if your main objective in this summons is to get Rosamia as high as possible, but you want to know if the new hero is going to be more powerful than Rosamia, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt that it's going to be more powerful than Rosamia. Rosamia is bonkers powerful. You may want to wait for between Tuesday and Wednesday when I release the new hero video, and then you can decide if you actually want to go all out with Rosamia or go all out with the new red hero. So yeah, that is the thing, guys. Corvadamus has spoken. Be wary of the new summons. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.